Shapes are a great way to make your presentation more interesting. PowerPoint gives you a lot of different shapes to choose from, and they can be customized using your own preferences. But how we are going to use that? In this tutorial, I'm going to show you different tips and tricks on how we are going to work with shapes in PowerPoint presentation. Let's go! To get started, go to the Insert tab, click the Shape command, then take the Shapes icon, and look at the menu and see if there's anything you wanted to use. But in this example, we are going to select the heart shape here. To draw a shape, just click and drag the mouse roughly where you wanted to go. The shape will appear with your current color scheme, but the quickest way to change the look of your shape is to use one of the predefined styles that you can see on your Format tab. This option will depend on the colors that are part of your current theme. Just hover one of the preview and see if there's anything you like. You can also use the commands on the right to choose your own formatting options such as fill color, outline color, and other shape effects. You can even change the shape itself if you want to try something different. But make sure the shape you wanted to change is selected, then click the Edit Shape command on the far left of your Format tab. Here, you can then choose a new shape from the menu, but I'm going to go with sun shape, and I think I'd like to make a few more tweaks on it. So first, I'm going to make the shape a little smaller using the sizing handle here. This can be found on the sides and the corners of any shapes or object in the PowerPoint. And every shape also has a rotation handles that you can easily drag in any direction to rotate it. If your shape has any yellow handles, like the one you can see here, you can use those to make other adjustments. But in this case, the yellow handles changes the proportion of the sun. But it really just depends because some shapes don't have this option at all. Finally, I think it is better to change the fill color to something that looks more appropriate for a sun. How about this yellow color? The great thing about this shape is that they can be combined and customized to create your own unique graphics. Mastering this element can take time, but with a little practice and a little creativity, you can create almost anything. Let's try adding more another shape so I can show you what I mean. And I just picked the right color for the outline, and there we go. But when we are working with multiple shapes, there may be a time where you want to change the order of the correct shape, whether it is front or in the top. This will come out a lot of shapes, so it's good technique to now just right click one of your shapes, then go to the bring front and center back. Now meaning to experiment with this option to make sure your shape go to their proper range the way you want. In this example that I could cloud the shape and I want to move it behind the sun. So I'm going to choose center back, then send it backward, and that's I do it. And after nating malaman ang tamang paraan ng paglalagay ng shape sa Microsoft PowerPoint, let's proceed to the second tips and tricks in Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, which is how we are going to do to add some text in that particular shapes. Remember, this is the most crucial part when we are going to make any kind of presentation. So now let's go to find out. As you can see here, I have several kind of shape, and I could add some text into these shapes. I can do that in a couple of ways, just like I could start typing alternatively, or if I right click my mouse, you will see an edit text option, and I can type something in here, just like I'm so sad. And again, I could change the font. I could also modify the size if I wanted to just by highlighting and going to my home tab, and I'm going to make the text a little bit bigger like this. So now another one that's worth pointing out before I forget. So if we are going back again to the Insert tab and go to the shape underneath the basic shapes, the first one there is a text box. So let's click on that and then just going to click somewhere on that screen. And you can see it automatically adds a little text box. So I can just typing any text that I wanted to. I'm going to say this is how to add a text box. And if I click off, you can see it just look like a regular text box that I've added. I click on again so I can easily drag and drop that and position it how I want. If I did want to add some kind of background too, that just to make it stand out a little bit. Remember, when you are click on that object, you have the shape format in a contextual ribbon like here, and I could choose to fill my background if I wanted to. So I'm going to select just a gray background like so, and then I can drag and drop it easily, and that's it. So always remember, dapat pagpipili tayo ng background, dapat parati siyang in contrast dun sa magiging color ng text natin. Dapat pag dark yung background, magiging light din yung text box. Nang sa ganun mag-stand out at parating mababasa si text dahil ayun yung mahalaga.